Canada Day is here, which means it's time for fireworks, barbecues, and the annual tradition of pretending we're not slowly unraveling too. Just, more politely. Festivities across the country include parades, concert, and solemn land acknowledgements awkwardly wedged between hot dog eating contests and tragically hip cover bands. And in true Canadian fashion, we'll celebrate by drinking until we forget who actually owns the land we're on.
In anticipation of the upcoming film Deliver Me From Nowhere, The Boss is back, big time. Bruce Springsteen has dropped 7 previously unreleased albums. That's not a typo. 7 full albums, totaling 83 songs, now all streaming under the playlist of LA Garage 83. Clearly, retirement is not on his radar, though at the age of 74, most people are releasing sneaky gas down a hallway, not deep cuts.
In Saskatoon, a woman was arrested after trying to steal the iconic Prairie Lily riverboat at 5 a.m. She untied it, broke into the wheelhouse, and tried to sail away. Except there's one problem. The boat isn't running this year. It's stuck on a sandbar. So basically, she tried to make a great escape in a grounded river coffin. Police say she also had 3 outstanding bylaw warrants, which is Canadian for rock bottom. Honestly, if you're trying to flee the law on a decommissioned sightseeing boat, maybe prison isn't a punishment, maybe it's the intervention.
Foreigner announced that they would retire after their lead vocalist Kelly Hansen stated he was stepping down. Guitarist Louis Maldonado stepped up to take on the singing roles to help wrap up the tour, only to breathe new life into the group. So now it's not a retirement tour, it's just a normal one. Hey, if Gene Simmons and Kiss can have 14 retirement tours, Foreigner can have 2.
Welcome to episode 74 of Lost Signals. My name is Daryl.
I'm JD. Hey, man.
Hey, man. Welcome to our Canada Day episode. If you couldn't tell by some of the content in our little news segment there, it's okay. It's not Canada Day. Canada Day.
It's not Canada Day. It is the day before Canada Day.
It is June 30th, 2025 today. And it is hot as balls out today here.
It's pretty warm here too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just about July in Saskatchewan. It's a wonderful yet terrible place to live. I'm surprised we haven't been carried off by mosquitoes yet. So the beginning of the year, like, we didn't get rain for like a month and a half. It was bad. Like it was dry. Like there's crops failing and whatever. And then we got like 8 inches of rain in 2 weeks. So
Ooh.
All those mosquitoes they're showing up now. They're mad.
Just saturate that.
Fucking mad, dude. Like, I don't know. So I don't know if you can tell through the video, but like I'm a little burnt all through here. My head is fine because I was wearing a hat when I was doing what I was doing when I got burnt. I went way the fuck up north fishing last weekend. Like,
oh yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
Well, not in your area,
No.
but I went fishing.
I went 5 hours north of Saskatoon to a place called Isle La Crosse, which is way the fuck up north. Like Meadow Lake, like 2 hours north of Meadow Lake. Like, anybody from Saskatchewan is gonna know it's like, holy fuck, like it's a hike. So like 5 hours north. We left on a Friday. We got up there and fished the first day. You know what? The first day I pretty much just caught a buzz. That's about all I caught, because that's what we went up there to do is to drink beer and fish. And I did a lot of both. I caught a lot of beer and I drank. I caught a lot
of beer and he drank a lot of fish.
Exactly. Yes.
Drank like a fish.
Yes.
Caught a lot of beer, drank like a fish.
Yeah.
That'll be the new Lost Signals t-shirt.
Yeah, I love it. Love it. yeah. So the first day we didn't catch a whole bunch. You know, we only went out for a couple hours. It was windy. Like we got soaked. We were in a little like 14 or 15 foot aluminum boat, and we were bucking the wind on the way back into the camp we were staying. And I just soaked. The second day, way different. Just did like lots of boating around, but you know, like it wasn't as bad. The last day was perfect. Like it was like glass, dude. Like the lake, like this is a big lake. Like it was in the spot where we were at. It was like at least 5 kilometers wide, and we went all the way to the other side of the lake because that's where the fish were. You know, they weren't by us because they're never by where you're camping. They're always way farther than where you're staying, right?
Yeah.
Until Saturday afternoon that we proved that wrong. So we stayed at this place. It's called Paradise Bay. It's like it's a private little camp. There's 12 of us up there. So it's actually in this little bay, and so there's a couple guys that they decided to go out on the boat. But instead of going out on the boat to fish, they went out on the boat to drink. So they didn't even leave the little bay we were in. They just hung out there, and they didn't have an anchor down, but they just floated around this little bay. It was nice in there. So we came in at the end of the day, like we had gone out for 5 or 6 hours, caught our limit and whatever, got back in there, and so we had 3 boats tied together, and we're listening to tunes and drinking some beer and whatever. And one guy just decides to throw a line out just right in the middle of this bay and proceeded to catch the biggest fish of the whole trip.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He caught like a 20-pound jack just right in the bay, just right there. I have it on video, but I can't upload it because of the language. It's not anything that, it's
fair enough.
Yeah.
You know, the expletives just come out when you're excited. I get it.
Oh,
I get
yeah.
it. 100%.
Well, and it's some of the context of some of the things that were said could be seriously taken out of context. So, it's not. Those videos are not for the light of day. They are for the group that I'm in.
Fair enough.
But like I said, it's Sunday. Like it was like class. Like we caught, I swear to God, like between 40 and 55 fish.
Good Lord.
And like we went out, I think it was 6 hours or something. Like
wow.
It was it was crazy. Like at one point, like I had cast it out 3 times and caught 3 fish.
Wow.
Yeah, like 3 in a row. Like I was joking with my buddy Jeff, who's the singer from one of my bands, and I had caught 2 in a row, and I looked at him, I was like, "You watch, you fucker! I'm gonna catch a third. I'm gonna catch a third one right now." And I was looking at him square in the eye when the fish hit my fucking my rod, and I'm like, there you go. Yeah.
Just give him the good old dead eye stare.
Oh yeah.
You just block.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Here it is.
Yeah. So I found out that like I prefer catching jack, but I prefer eating walleye. That's
really,
yeah. But I mean, up there, like where we were, I mean, like it's so untouched up there. Like there's nothing. Like there's nobody up there. Dude, like the whole weekend we were up there, we saw one other boat, and the guy that owned the camp knew this person. Like that's it. Like there's nobody. Yeah. Like when I say we're at Isle Lacrosse, like that's the town. We're actually 40 kilometers north of there on that same lake. Like
you're way the hell
up there. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, the fishing was awesome.
That's good.
It was a rough week after though, when I got home. So we got home at like, I think it was 2:00 on Monday morning, and then I had to work on Monday night. So yeah, I was grouchy. It was very,
I don't doubt you.
Yeah, but that's the way it works sometimes. You know, if you want to play, you got to pay sometimes, right?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I went fishing for the first time ever this past weekend.
Really?
Yeah, first time ever.
Really?
And I went fishing with Alicia and her father. And her father's like, "Oh, you just do this and that." And I'm just absorbing everything like a sponge, right?
Yep.
And he goes, "You've never been fishing?" I went, "No." He goes, "That's weird." I went, I'm a lower mainland boy. My Sundays were spent at the racetrack.
Yeah.
There were other things to do. It's not that I didn't want to do it. It's just it wasn't in the schedule.
I get it.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
I mean, like,
So
I guess like fishing like in Vancouver, like in that area, would be way different from fishing like where I was too. Like way different species of fish and just a way different way of doing it. And I don't think it's easy to go fishing out there.
not in Vancouver.
No,
No.
expensive too, I'm guessing. So
Expensive, a lot of provincial parks, like it's just not happening.
yeah.
But yeah, like out here in Prince George, we went to a beautiful private campground, Vivian Lake, and water clear as glass. Like loved it, absolutely loved it. The three of us hopped into this canoe, and I get into canoe. I'm the heaviest. I get into the canoe, and then Alicia's father gets in, and then Alicia gets in, and we push off in the water, and the canoe goes.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not wet. Okay. So there's this little dock, like just floating, like maybe 100 feet off the shore. And so I like, tell you what, I'll hop off. I'll just have my rod. I got my thing of water. Like I'm good. I'll just hop off and I'll just cast from here, right?
Yeah.
You two go out, father, daughter, whatever, blah blah blah.
Yep.
So I'm out there for like 45 minutes, just like cast and pull and cast and pull, and I'm looking down and I'm seeing like fish go by, and like, get back here, you little fucker. Another fish go by. Like that was 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. Bugs were out there, and I got a couple of bites from deer flies.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
fuckers sting.
I got one bite on my arm. I think it's just going away, and it's been a week. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So that was like 2 hours worth of fishing, and then we go back into shore and have some sandwiches and some water and just whatever, shoot the shit. And Alicia's father puts different lures and puts flies on her rod and my rod. And I'm like, "Where's the bait?" He goes, "Oh no, we don't use bait." I go, "Why not?" He goes, "Oh, the rules are so sketchy and blah 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 blah. So it's just better just we don't use bait." I went, "Oh, okay, cool." The moment he says that, I feel this sting, and this is leading somewhere. I feel this sting right on my calf, right? I slap the hell out of it, and I slap a deer fly. I'm like, I grabbed the hook in my hand.
Yeah,
I hooked the deer fly.
You're bait now, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, we head out there and cast and nothing, cast, nothing, cast, nothing. Alicia's father's like, I'm going to use the washroom. Let's go back to shore. So he goes back to shore, and Alicia and I go out on the canoe and cast and cast and cast. And we're getting in like 5 hours, right? And this is how inexperienced I am. Alicia is kind of steering us because the wind is blowing us towards shore, and so she's slowly but surely paddling because I got a line out, and I've been catching. I've been snagged on the weeds and whatnot so often at this point in time. I'm just like, mother, fucking right.
Yeah.
But I got the rod in my hand and I reach for something or whatever, and then I feel the rod do this. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
fuck you. I let out a big old fuck you. Alicia turns around, goes, "What?" And I realized, oh, that was a fish. But I had reacted incorrectly that it pulled the deer fly off the hook.
Oh, yeah. We had lots of that going on up north too. We had a little bet in the boat I was in on Friday, because we mixed people up. There's a group of 12 of us that went, so we kind of mixed up who was in the boat. So we're trying not to be with the same people every day, which would make sense, right? Sure. So on the first day, I hopped in the boat with the two guys I rode up with, and I'm like, okay, here's the bet. First, they're $20 for the first fish, and $20 for the biggest fish. and I should have cashed in $80 because I caught the first fish and it was the biggest fish that day. Those bastards never paid me. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna text my buddy Jeff. It's like, hey, you son of a bitch, you fucking
calling you out on my show
you
right
owe
now.
me fucking $40.
Yeah.
It's fine. No, it was all in good fun, but like, yeah, just the amount of fish we caught. So like you said, it was nice and clear on the lake you were at. It was not clear where we were at. So like we were at the it's the start of the Churchill River, so it was really murky and stuff.
Okay.
So I guess it's really deep in the middle, but we weren't going for deep water fish there. Like you could have caught like northern trout or whatever the hell they're called. Not what we were going for. We went for jack and walleye, which is, I mean, walleye's just delicious, right? So, but like I caught lots of fish. I am not a filleter. I won't even try. I have no idea. Like I have a vague idea of how to fillet a fish. Like
I am. So do I.
In a survival sense, like I could fillet a fish, but like if you were doing it for a group of people, like with some of the guys that we went up fishing with, I would be laughed out of the camp. I'm just like, so no, I don't even have a knife. I'm just I'm gonna walk away, and then give the guy that was filleting fish $20. It's like, here you go. Here's your tip.
I will go grab the ice cold pack of Homebound Brew from the cooler while you fillet that fish.
Funny, like I should have brought some Homebounds with me, but I did not. I am going to be drinking this right away, a Body Break with Hal Johnson's mustache.
I love it.
Yeah, this Body Break is a probiotic low carb pineapple beer at 3% ABV. Made by our friends at Homebound Brewing in Warman, Saskatchewan.
Are you going to send that to me?
I have your beer in the fridge yet. It's
Okay.
Just, I know. We've talked about this.
Yes, we have talked about this.
It's just going to end up being a running gag now that even when I do send you the beer, that we're going to have to be like, oh, you're going to send me that beer? No, it is coming.
It's in the fridge.
It is in the fridge. It's just, it's aging. It's
yes, exactly.
It's conditioning in the can. That's what we're gonna go with.
Exactly.
How about that?
It's beer with experience. I get it.
The thing, like, I need to send it to you sooner rather than later because it's like it's not that it'll go bad. It's just that it won't be as fresh. So
Fair enough.
yeah, soon, buddy.
I'm
soon.
patiently waiting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would go fishing again. Just for the record,
Yeah.
I would go fishing again. And Alicia's father actually set us up. Like while Alicia and I were going around the lake and I swore at that one fish that ate the bug off the hook, he was actually setting up a brand new tackle box for Alicia and I.
Yeah.
And also setting up the rigging for two completely separate rods. And after we're all done, he goes, all right, here you go. Put these in your car.
Nice.
Like, holy crap, Roger! Thank you. He goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, no problem. Let's go fishing again sometime." Like, absolutely.
So here's a question. I mean, so since you guys didn't catch anything, what would have you guys done if you did catch something? Do you think you would have been able to pull that fish off a hook
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Not a problem.
when it's
Yeah.
thrashing around?
I don't know.
It's an honest. It's an honest question.
I would love. It's an honest question. It's not something I have considered clearly because I've never caught a fish ever.
Yeah.
The actual process of pulling the hook off, like mentally, I can do it absolutely. While it's fighting and flopping around in the canoe, hadn't considered it. Worth a shot. I mean, if I'm going to stomp on that motherfucker to do it, I'm going to have to.
Well,
Right,
that's
so-
you just if you have to, you take care of it, and then you get the hook out. That's the way it is. So the guys I was fishing with, they're all set up and whatever. Like they have these pincers, and it's like you pull a trigger back, and it opens this mouth, and you hook the fish on either like the top lip or bottom lip. and then you hang that fish over the edge of the boat with its mouth open so you can reach in at the pair of pliers and pull a hook out. It's actually it's fairly humane the way that you do it, like because we did everything barbless and like so there's like not to like not catch and release, right? Because you want to continue it, right? So
Absolutely, yeah. And we were also prepared to do that as well.
yeah, and some of the fish that we caught, like we ended up having to keep because the way that they swallowed the hook, it's like they weren't gonna make it anyway, so we just kept it. Yeah. But that's it. That's fishing, man. Like people have been doing it for tens of thousands of years, and it's delicious.
Yeah,
it really is.
I appreciate the vote of confidence there, James. I could see JD doing it. He could handle the fish.
You know what? I'll bet you money that he couldn't.
We have to wait to find out.
Yes, exactly.
And I will tell it. I'll tell it straight. And even if I have to get Alicia on here to join me to be like, JD bitched out, like, that'll be proof.
Yeah,
but like it's when it happens, we'll just let nature take its course and see what happens.
I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you catch a big bastard. Like I hope you catch like a 20-pound or something. Like just some big fuck of a fish.
So the lake we were at, it was stocked with rainbow.
Oh yeah, that's good eating.
Yeah,
if you can catch them.
That's just it. And I was like, absolutely, like I want to. Like let's do this. But like we were 5 hours, and honestly the only thing we caught were bug bites and a sunburn.
Yeah.
So
yeah. We caught a lot. But we also we drank.
That's where all the fish was.
Yeah, and we
all
drank
buggered off the Saskatoon.
we drank a lot of beer too, so I mean that helps. Yeah. You said you weren't using bait. We were using a beef heart actually. We went to a butcher and got a full cut up beef heart, and we didn't need it.
Really?
We didn't need any bait. Those fish are they're so they would hit anything. To anybody that actually knows fishing, like the only thing that I used the whole weekend were spoons. And like, you ever see like the yellow 5 of diamonds hook?
No,
it's a spoon, and like, Google it if you want. But like, it's a yellow spoon, and it's got 5 diamonds on it. I caught so many fish with that fucking hook, and that's all I used. I didn't have to use anything else. Nothing else.
Okay, yeah. The Lucky Strike bait worm, devil bait, 5 of diamonds.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty standard. Like I've seen that before.
Yeah, that's what everybody uses, especially up there. Like like I said, you don't need any bait.
Oh, maybe next time I go shopping, I'll just have to go wander through the sporting department.
They're like $6.
I know, but I want to buy them.
Yeah. Yeah. So now that it is Canada Day and 4 hours for me and 5 hours for you, what are some of your favorite Canada Day events or just memories that you've had over the years?
I can honestly, when I think of Canada Day, the first thing that comes to mind for me, and Canada Day is July 1st. The first thing that comes to mind to me is my first apartment. And the first time I lived legitimately by myself.
Nice.
My buddy Dan, actually, who I'm still buddies with now, him and I play like Phasmophobia and other games. My buddy Dan and I, he helped me move into my first apartment. It was a bachelor suite apartment in Abbotsford, British Columbia. We did it on Canada Day. I had so little stuff, it took 2 vehicles. And that was it. And like we basically like we hauled everything upstairs to the 3rd floor. There was an elevator in this apartment, bachelor suite, just threw everything down, had the bed kind of where I wanted it to be. And we're like, all right, it's 1 o'clock. You want to go buy some, God damn it, what is it? The pink pop. What is it? Cream soda. You want to go buy some clear cream soda and cheese from the States? It's a half an hour that way. That's what we did on that specific Canada Day. Oh, it was stupid.
That's a different way than I like me and my friends move. But I mean, whatever you're into, man.
I had a twin size bed.
Yep.
I had a love seat, a chair. I had an oversized, like, it's not even a dresser. It was like a floor filing cabinet that doubled as my dresser and my entertainment stand. I had an old box television, and I had like two boxes worth of clothing and 2 boxes worth of like kitchen stuff.
Nice.
And that was it. That was all my belongings at this point in time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, we hauled all that stuff up to my apartment, and then we drove over the Abbotsford Sumas border to the United States, and literally bought clear cream soda, cheddar cheese, a full tank of gas, and a few other cherry Coke, and stuff that were not available in Canada, but were available in the United States. And we did that. We came back to Abbotsford. We're like, cool. Early dinner. That was it.
So I'm guessing at the time you didn't need a passport to cross the border.
No.
Yeah, that was just
This was
driver's license and yeah.
This was like 2000, maybe 1999.
Yeah, that sounds about right because everything changed after 9/11, right? So.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't know if it's my favorite Canada Day memory. I got a couple, but one, it's about our friend Tyler. Like him and I, we went golfing at my local course here and drank a bunch of beer and listened to Alexis on Fire all day, which is a really good way to spend a Canada Day.
Absolutely.
My second one, though, kind of is a little bit of a segue, but in 2010, I went to the Saskatchewan Roughriders home opener game against the Montreal Alouettes. That was, 6 months removed from the infamous now 13th man incident.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that game was, and it still to this day it's considered the finest opening game of a CFL season ever. At the end of the first half, the Rough Riders were down by 3 touchdowns. The game ended up going into double overtime. It had everything. Like it had legit the catch of the year, not made by a Rough Rider player, but Montreal player. It had a 13th man penalty against the Rough Riders. And
of course it did.
I can still hear the groan of the audience there because I did the same things like what the actual fuck, boys, like figure it out.
Yeah.
And then we won like by we got a touchdown and then we held them to like a field goal or something. It was nuts, dude. Like it was like I've been to 2 Grey Cups. I've been to 30, 40 games at Mosaic Stadium, both new and old. That was my favorite game. Besides the 2013 Grey Cup, because of obvious reasons.
Yeah,
I was thinking about that the other day. That season in 2013, I went to 10 home games.
Wow.
There's only 9 games in the regular season. So I did not go to a preseason game. I went to 8 home games during the season out of the 9. I missed 1.
Right.
And I went to the playoff game, the West semifinal, and I went to the Grey Cup.
Damn.
That's I put 3,000 kilometers on my truck at the time just for Rider games that year. Yeah.
What time well spent.
Oh yeah, dude, it was so good. That season, it was unforgettable. Like so good. So good.
Other Canadian Canada Day celebration thing. for whatever reason, this was years later. I had since moved to Prince George. I was the manager of at the time of the adult toy store / hemp shop that still exists here in Prince George. Yeah, and anyway, I remember we were open on Canada Day, and this was my own decision, and I knew that there was a celebration as well as a weed support protest. This was way before cannabis was legal in Canada. And anyway, so I was in the position of being the manager of this adult toy store / hemp shop. And I was like, you know what, they're doing this support protest celebration, whatever, at the park just across the street at this provincial park. So I grabbed like a whole bunch of rolling papers and a whole bunch of like blunt rollers and like a whole bunch of swag. And I made my way to this park for this weed sit-in support protest for Canada Day with all this stuff. I remember getting to where everyone was seated, and there was in like a semicircle or whatever, and they had signs or whatever. And then someone saw me and went, I think he's one of them. And they started coming at me like there was like I fucking owed them money or something. And I'm walking towards them with like papers and blunts and all this stuff. Right. And then one of them says, that's not media. I went, the fuck did you think I was?
Oh boy.
I was the manager of the hemp shop, like just down the hill across the street, handful of rolling papers.
Yeah.
And someone went, that guy looks like he's from the media.
That guy's a narc. Yeah. Yeah. Get him! Narc!
Yeah, that's another Canada Day
Yeah.
fucking memory for me. I'm like, once everyone realized that, like, oh no, this is an ally, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I was the best friend ever because I had the flavored papers. I had the raw papers. I had blunts and whatever, right? So, but yeah, that's still like for the brief moment of clarity, that was like a little bit scary, but it was just afterward, it was like this was the coolest thing ever. So
that's awesome. I don't think you told me you ran it or you worked at a head shop. Maybe you did.
An adult toy store / hemp shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you know at the time, you know they went hand in hand, kind of.
It still do. Brief rollback here. I worked at a adult store, and it was half and half adult store, cannabis paraphernalia, and this was after I was the assistant manager of one of the Domino's pizza shops here in Prince George. And I was the assistant manager for a long time. So I knew how to run the books. I knew how to do everything. I knew how to place orders. I knew how to take responsibility. Anyway, so I went from that job to this job, just working at the adult store, hemp shop. And I realized real quick that there was a lot going on behind the scenes that I was unaware of until I became aware, and B, had nothing to do with me. So I just kept my head down.
That's the smart thing to do.
Sorry?
That's the smart thing to do, especially when it's shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah. The owner came. I remember when the owner came by, and I came walking into my shift, and there's this strange woman behind the counter. I looked at her and went, hello. She goes, hello. It's like, can I help you? She goes, you're JD. I went, yes. Who are you? She goes, I own the place. I went, oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Hello, person that signs my checks. Yep. We'll be treating you a little bit different. Yep.
Yeah. Within 2 weeks, all the staff but myself was fired. And I became manager. And apparently at one point in time, the other manager, the regional manager or whatever, because we all sat down, we all had like in-person interviews and blah, 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 blah. But it was one-on-two with the owner and the regional manager. And apparently after all that happened, the regional manager, the regional manager told me this afterward. But apparently, after all that happened, all the one-on-one and blah, 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 the regional manager turned to the owner and said, I don't think JD knows what the fuck's going on here. It's because there was like back alley deals. The manager and the assistant manager were just stealing clothing. One of the employees was having like relations in the back room and didn't know that there was closed circuit television. And
Oh,
it's
boy.
just like, and I knew, but I kept my head down.
Yeah, you knew, and you knew to keep your mouth shut. Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah. So I, after all that and after everyone was fired, they shut down the store for like 3 weeks, did a full on inventory. And during that inventory period, I'm like, I'm the only person here other than the manager or the regional manager and the owner. What is going on? And then it slowly but surely progressed into how would you like to become the new manager of the store? Anyway,
There's got to be a whole episode about JD's, antics at the porn store.
oh, dude, that used to be an entire segment on a completely different podcast
Oh,
of
boy.
the weird shit that had happened at that store.
Okay, so I think moving forward, I think once a week or once an episode,
Sure.
we'll add, because why not? 'Cause
Sure.
who doesn't like hearing about porn store stuff? Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
yes. Hello, concerned lioness in Zoom. Best viewers on streamboot.com. Remove the space. Yes. Yeah. I'm sure. Sure. Thank you for that. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not watching that on Twitch.
It's on Twitch. It's just in the chat on OBS. It's like, yeah, that's not real.
I'll fix it. Anyway, so yeah.
okay.
That was all a thing.
So out of nowhere last week or 2 weeks ago now, we got the announcement for fucking Spaceballs 2.
Yeah, no shit.
Like 40 years later. No, I guess not 40 because it came out in 89 or 88. One of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Mel Brooks is 99 years old.
As of like a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's slated to be in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, they better start filming that soon. I mean, God forbid when he passes. I mean, like, because he's done a lot of great movies. A lot of very controversial stuff over the years. But lots of great movies. And you can't have Spaceballs without Mel Brooks. But like,
No, God, no.
we talked about this the other day. We were just chatting back and forth. And like, okay, so obviously no John Candy. No Joan Rivers. Both have left us. But Rick Moranis. Rick fucking Moranis. Again, Canadian as fuck, retired after his wife sadly passed away from acting to take care of his family. And now, just about 40
Coming out of
years
retirement.
coming for fucking Spaceballs too. Like,
Yeah.
you
Dude. So Rick Moranis has signed on. Bill Pullman has signed on. His son has signed on. They are
Daphne-
summing. Sorry.
Daphne Zuniga.
Yeah, has signed on. Absolutely. So that's like a good hard chunk of the original cast. They've kind of thumbed Josh Gad to be the pseudo replacement for John Candy. And Tim Russ has signed back on.
Fucking rights. I was wondering that. Like, I am a huge Star Trek Voyager fan. Okay, like we've talked about this. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. Star Trek Voyager is awesome.
Yeah.
But to see the difference between Tim Russ in Spaceballs and Tim Russ in Star Trek Voyager as a Vulcan is fucking amazing, and it just proves his range. The dude is a great actor, and it's awesome. So to have him in this, and even if he just has his one line, it's like, we still ain't found shit or something like that. It's fucking sold, man. I'm in. I'm fucking 100% bought in.
Yeah. So I like just like the announcement of King of the Hill, where they're coming back, and they're bringing back as much of the original cast and as much as the original writers and crew and everything as possible. Absolutely. And I've seen a couple of the teasers, and it seems as though like it is true thread.
Yeah.
Like they are doing their best to stay honest to what they have already created. At the same time, like I have this small pit in my stomach, like, please don't suck. Don't pander to what you think the audience wants. Just stay true to what you are, because that's what we loved.
Yeah.
And I would, as much as I would love it if Tim Russ just had that one stupid line, I think it would be better if he had that attitude, but he was like a critical character.
Like not second in command or something, but like a higher dude, like a higher in the ranks in the Spaceball army, if you want to call it that, or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Or like he has to go one-on-one with Bill Pullman as Lone Star or something like that.
But let's be honest though too. Like Tim Russ he's got to be like late 60s.
Yeah. I don't doubt it. So, anyone who is not drawing the connection here, feel free to search Spaceballs Tim Russ, and you will see that scene in the desert where they are literally combing the sand, and Tim Russ is the one who pulls his helmet up and responds to Dark Helmet and says, "We ain't found shit."
Yeah. He turns 70, or he just turned 69.
Oh my god.
So, and now looking at his Wikipedia page, my first name and his middle name are the same, and spelled
cool.
the same.
It's kismet.
Yes.
Meant to happen.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. He's a great actor.
He's a great actor. Absolutely.
Yep.
I just like the worst thing that any creator could do when something comes back from oblivion, comes back from the dead, is pander.
Yeah, 100%.
If they stay true to who they are, then it shouldn't be a problem. There will be some nostalgia effect to it, absolutely, but don't give us what you think we want. Just do what the fuck you want, and I promise you we're gonna love it.
It has to be done right though.
Yeah, no, and
I'm agreeing with you fully. It's like you can't come out with the sequel when they've been teasing the sequel since the first movie and and the third, right? Because originally Spaceballs 3 was supposed to be the search for Spaceballs 2, the search for more money, or something to that effect. So you have to have, but it's Mel Brooks, so his comedy is like it's timeless. I mean, yes, you can't make the same movies that he made now, ever.
No,
ever. Like
Blazing Saddles? Hell no.
No.
Fuck no.
No. At the time in the like it was the early 70s or mid 70s.
Yeah.
Blaxploitation was a big thing, and I think that's what they were playing off of. So to do that now, though, like there's no way.
No. God no.
You would go to jail probably.
You'd be lynched in the street.
Oh
absolutely.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to it. And this goes back to what we were talking about just before we went on air. There was a whole myriad of trailers that all got dropped at the end of May. Stranger Things.
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill. And I had a whole list. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's gonna be a busy year for TV and shit. So
hold on. Trailers released May 2025.
Happy Gilmore 2.
Happy Gilmore 2. Superman, Jurassic World Rebirth, Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Released. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of stuff like here.
Yeah, like I think the final trailer for Final Destination 6 was released at that same time too.
Bloodlines, yeah.
Bloodlines.
Yeah.
Fun story. When Tyler moved into his new place, there was notices all over the doors in his neighborhood saying like, "We are filming Final Destination 6 in your neighborhood." So I keep telling Tyler, it's like, "Hey, you should go and watch that movie, and then see if you could recognize anything." Because
yeah.
why not? Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You're like, hey,
actually-
I know that house. I know that street.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really look like Middle America, but it's kind of.
Vancouver and Toronto could be anything.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. There was actually, it's funny, I made reference to this sort of thing during one of my shows earlier in the week. There was an underage teen, who took the family van out for a joyride at like 3 a.m., got busted doing 160 on a 100 zone.
Oh, boy.
With a couple of his buddies laying down in the back of the van alongside landscaping equipment and a lawnmower. And I'm like, have any of these dumbasses seen any movie from the Final Destination series?
Oh, my God. That is such an accident waiting to happen. Like, you know what? I am, like, for some things, I am still a firm believer that we should take the warning labels off of everything and just like natural selection, buddy. Just natural selection. Like, let's just, thin the herd a little bit. I don't know.
I have some Canadian trivia for you.
Okay.
Unless you have something.
No, I do have a shout out I need to make. So before last episode, I was talking, I was at Homebound actually, and I was having a beer, and there's a guy that I've known from in there for a while, and he's a listener, and I said to him before the last episode, Colin, I'm gonna give you a shout out in the next episode, and here it is, and I apologize, Colin. From Churchill Brewing, he's a buddy, he's a cool dude. He was in Dubai a couple months ago. And I think he went to the top of the Burj Khalifa wearing a fucking Homebound shirt.
Oh my God, cool.
So, I mean, that's pretty cool. So, Colin, there's your fucking shout out, buddy. And I will
Colin, here's your shout out.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. Thank you for listening. You smell like strawberries.
I will buy you a beer the next time I see you. So, how about that? So, there's my redemption for forgetting things, because God knows I'm good at forgetting things.
So, it is July 30th, 2025, or June 30th, 2025. Yeah. Tomorrow is July 1st, Canada Day. I'm going to hit you with a couple of truly Canadian expressions, and I would love you to give me the definition.
Okay, so some ground rules. Are we talking like Canadian references, or are we talking like generic? Like
some of them are generic, some of them are deep cuts.
Okay, and like not region specific, because Canada is a very vast place, and there's very different cultures from even province to province, city to city.
I've gone through a lot of these, and I'm going to hit you with some of the wide strokes of this shit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll start off with the first one. Double.
It's 2 cream, 2 sugar.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
double is it is a Canadian term.
Yes.
Right. And you may like scoff at it, but it is still a Canadian term.
100%.
So. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hang a Larry or hang a Roger.
Left or right.
There you go. Yeah. Turn left or turn right.
Yeah.
Darts.
Smokes. Cigarettes. Okay, here's a throwback to my fishing trip. I went through a lot of darts over the weekend because I was on vacation, so I was smoking on vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You ready for another one?
Yep.
Chesterfield.
It's a couch.
It's a couch.
Yeah. Better not tell. Better not tell JD Vance about that, because he might try and fuck it.
Yeah, that's a sexy.
Oh, is that new pleather on there?
If you're watching or listening right now, like give us your best guess. And like I know that these are coming quick, but
Yeah.
whatever. Okay. T-Dot.
Toronto.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think Drake made that famous in like the early 2010s ish.
Yep.
Maybe early 2000 or late 2000s, around there. Yeah. No, he was still Jimmy in a wheelchair in the late 2000s. So, yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll give you another city one. The Peg.
Oh. My least favorite fucking CFL sports team resides there. Fucking
Yes.
Winter Pig. Fuck them. Fuck Winnipeg.
Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Winnipeg is the answer.
Fuck them. Yeah.
Yeah. Cowtown.
I've spent a lot of nights in that fine city. Tyler and I went to Alexis on Fire on their first farewell tour in Calgary in 2012.
Calgary.
Yep.
Absolutely.
We went to a hot dog restaurant. I don't know if it's open anymore. It was called Tubby Dog, and I swear to God, I had a hot dog that was like a foot long at least.
Yeah.
And like 6 inches wide. That motherfucker it had potato chips on it, dude. Like you couldn't eat it like a hot dog. You had to eat it with a knife and fork. It was awesome. So good.
This thing had an attitude.
Oh, dude, it was mad. It was angry the next day too. So, yeah.
Another city one. This one's actually rather easy, but I have heard this many times. Vancouver.
Well, come on. Okay, I got one for you. See, like you should know that.
The answer is Vancouver.
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah. Which Canadian city is called the Paris of the Prairies?
The Paris of the Prairies.
Yeah.
I want to say Moose Jaw.
Saskatoon.
No?
Saskatoon.
I
Saskatoon.
did not know that.
So in the song Wheat Kings by the
Yes.
Tragically Hip, as the shirt I'm wearing today, is based off the David Milgaard murder case that Sundown in the Paris of the Prairies, where David Milgaard was falsely imprisoned for the murder of Gail Miller in like the fucking 80s, 70s.
Oh, yeah,
and then was exonerated like it's got to be in 90s. So, yeah.
Okay, I got a couple more of you. And again, these are quintessential Canadian.
Okay.
Keener.
Oh,
It's
like
not a city.
Yeah, no. A keener is somebody that like is like head of the class, like, and he's always like up and really, really into things. Yeah.
Yeah. Overeager, stuck up, try hard, brown noser.
Douchebag sometimes. Yep.
Douchebag.
Depending on the keener, yeah, they could definitely be a douchebag. Yep.
Absolutely. Jesus Murphy.
Holy fuck.
Absolutely.
I worked with Newfies for a long time, dude. Yeah.
Here's a fun one, and I know anyone who is a fan of a certain comedy record knows this term. Hoser. And for bonus points, give me the definition.
Hosers, like to me, it's a weird word to define. Like I don't know, like it's because somebody could be a good hoser, but he could be a bad hoser too, right? Like it's just kind of like it's just a dude to me. Like I don't know, like what's the actual like textbook definition of hoser?
Okay, the textbook definition of it is a slang for loser, but its origin is the loser of a hockey scrum who cannot go and celebrate having a beer until they hose down the rink after they lost the game.
Huh.
They are a hoser.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Cause you always call, like you hear it and you call people a hoser and shit, and like you never really know the definition of it.
This is true.
Well, I didn't, anyways. but what I don't know could fill a fucking warehouse. So,
I'll give you one more. Another quintessential. This is probably leaked into northern United States, but trash panda.
Oh, it's a raccoon.
Raccoon.
Yeah. Okay. I got one for you.
Sure.
This is regional though. This is
Okay.
but especially like anybody listening to you, like if you hear this, like it's bunny hug.
Bunny hug. Is that like a side hug? No.
It's a
I don't
hood.
know.
It's a hoodie.
It's a hoodie.
Yeah. A bunny hug in Saskatchewan is a hoodie. There's
Interesting.
if you look it up, and I'll see. No, I'll bring it up here. There's a the University of Saskatchewan made bunny hugs of
Okay.
with a definition of it. Let's see if I can find a picture of it. Yeah, I can't see it. But anyways, a bunny hug is like what everybody else calls a hoodie. We call it a bunny hug. For what reason? I'm sure there's a reason behind it, but I'm not up on it. But like, I still like to this day, like, it's like, oh, I gotta grab my bunny hug out of the truck, or you know, like if you're outside at a fire at the lake or something, oh, I need my bunny hug. You know, like, oh, can you grab me my bunny hug from inside the house, like, or inside the cabin?
It's endearing, obviously.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. It's a Saskatchewan thing. You know, like,
Clearly.
yeah. I don't know.
You know, there's something that I only heard of when I was younger, and it was exclusively Prince George thing, and it's something you get at a convenience store. It was called a screamer, and to this day you can still get a screamer at almost any convenience store in Prince George, although it is now branched out to other stores. Think of a slushie,
Yep.
or a Slurpee or something like that, but it has soft serve ice cream on the top.
You can get those here. I don't know what the name is, but I've seen people getting them before. So
They're in Prince George, as long as I can remember, even when I was a child, it was called a screamer, and that's going back 40 years.
that's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, regional dialects are messed up, man. You know,
No,
like,
absolutely.
but like,
Oh.
yeah, hello, puppy. Why you just being a dick? You can barely see him, like, 'cause he's so dark. My shirt's dark.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
just
yeah,
blend in with
you
the
just see
shirt.
like the
Yeah.
the shine on his head. So it being Canada Day tomorrow, I'm gonna play a gig tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, cool.
So we're playing a pool party tomorrow afternoon. Originally this pool party was supposed to be on Saturday, and I wasn't going to be able to play it because I was at work. But it rained, like I said, 8 inches over the last 2 weeks. So they canceled the gig. So now we're playing tomorrow. It is supposed to be 29 degrees and like 100% humidity.
Are you indoors or outdoors?
Outside by a pool.
Can you get a fan?
There fucking better be. That's actually that's a really good question, because it's gonna be hot as balls. So,
Yeah.
So I have
Get that beard flowing a little bit. you
well,
know?
what's left of it. I don't know, like if
Yeah.
if you're a fan of the show and watch it, like I had like 5 inches of my beard fucking cut off today, like legit, like it was down to here. I knocked it back for the summer because like it's too hot, and when you can start seeing your beard, like I could cover my face with it, like I could just flip it up and it could cover my eye. Yeah, so it was time. It was just I mean, yeah, I know there's lots
Absolutely.
of gray in it, but no, the guy I went to, he did a good job.
You look very sharp. I'll give you that.
Thank
Absolutely.
you. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, we were prepping for the show, and I was like, "Damn, man, you look actually pretty slick today."
I even shaved my head this morning.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I know.
Look at you.
Well, like I said, I got a gig tomorrow, so.
Yeah.
And actually, so on that, like, I have a gig tomorrow. I have a gig on Saturday. I have a gig August long weekend. We are already booked to play Halloween. And I found out we have a gig to play a wedding in September of next year. So, like, and that's not it. I mean, there's more shit coming up. We just haven't got dates nailed down. So, man, it's gonna be busy.
Holy shit, man.
Like,
Is this Toxic?
it's both bands, actually. That's the problem.
Oh, really?
That's the problem with being in two bands that are starting to, gain a little traction. Like, I'm busy every fucking day.
Hey, man.
I mean, it's
Welcome to show
it's
business.
good. I like doing it. So,
Yeah.
and the nice thing is that we're starting to get paid.
Hey.
I like money. I mean, tomorrow I'm gonna make $100. Not great, but it'll cover my fuel to get back and forth to the gig.
We've been talking about this for a while, and I haven't had a chance to make it out there.
Yeah.
But eventually it needs to happen. And I think what needs to happen is not only are we recording a live episode from your location, but I think we need to do like a band round table interview. And I think that would be an absolute blast as well.
Which band? Probably Toxic. Both would be good. Maybe both.
Sure.
I mean, if we added the Under Fire guys, it's only 2 extra guys. There's 4 people in Under Fire, and 2 of them are in Toxic too. So I mean, it's
There you go.
yeah. No, that's a good idea. We'll hammer some dates down. Like maybe in the fall or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's yeah. Good time.
Yep,
Good time.
absolutely.
Yeah. So if you've been watching already, you see what the title of the episode is, and it's Tragically Hip. Ahead by a Century. It's my first pick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know it's not my favorite hip song, but it's up there.
The Tragically Hip Ahead by a Century is iconic. It's inspirational. It shows up
Yeah.
in way too many Canadian Tire commercials. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Fun story. It's not about Ahead by a Century, but I was listening to Lithium on Sirius XM
yeah.
the other day. And Lithium is one of they're based in the States. They're 100% it was like they don't have to have Canadian content on there. But Grant Random, the DJ on Lithium for that afternoon, played Courage by the Tragically Hip on Lithium. And I was listening to this, I'm like, what the actual fuck? I love the song. And I love the hip. It's like you never hear the hip on Sirius XM besides on the Canadian stations. So to hear the Tragically Hip on one of the actual American stations, I'm like, that's pretty fucking cool.
That is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Did you hit him up?
No, I should have. It's probably not too late now. I mean, it probably should, but man, it's cool because the hip needs more traction still, even to this day. Even though Gord's been gone for 8 years, they're still relevant.
No, absolutely. And there's songs that are just timeless. Absolutely. Not all of them, but they are one of those bands that have songs that can really transcend.
Yeah. What's your first one? So,
I'm
sorry.
gonna go with. Go ahead.
we should probably say what we're doing here before we just start adding songs. So we are adding songs to the Found Signals playlist that is found on Spotify, and it's not anywhere else because I don't have anything else to put it on, like Apple Music, because I don't have that and I don't want it. Anyways, we add 2 songs each every episode for our own entertainment's sake, really. Mm-hmm. And just it's a conglomeration of what the hell are we at now? I think it's a lot of songs already. We are at 214 songs. So, if you have any suggestions for our playlist, or you just want to tell me I'm dumb, or you want to yell at me because I said something that offended you, you can You can email me at info@lostsignals.ca. I haven't got JD an email address yet because that costs more
I don't
money.
need one. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
I'm everywhere.
We don't get enough traffic yet
Yeah.
to warrant each of us having our own email addresses. But you can email us at info@lostsignals.ca, or you can follow us on Instagram at Lost Signals Podcast. You can also follow our Facebook page. You can, and if you just Google Lost Signals Podcast, it actually comes up now. And we talked about that, I think, last episode. So
We did. We fixed that. Yeah.
we finally fixed it.
Also, everything is in the description down below.
Yes.
The email, the Instagram, as well as our incredible sponsor, Homebound Brewery, their website, and the Found Signals podcast playlist. There is a clickable link in the description down below of this video. I made sure that it was there. My first song for the Found Signals playlist is I got to go with something Canadian. And honestly, like when Biff Naked released this song, it was like the soundtrack of the summer for that year. I Love Myself Today. It's such an incredible, like, break the door down with your fucking forehead type song. It's great.
So, fun story about Biff Naked that I don't know if you knew this. Well, if there's no reason that you would know this, but my parents had a seasonal site up by Waskasiu for years and years, and we're neighbors with Biff Naked's dad.
That is cool.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So
that's pretty awesome.
I don't. She obviously never came out there, but you know what? She might have. I don't know. Like I didn't spend a bunch of time up there, so. But that was pretty cool, and I love Biff Naked. And actually, like, and we didn't even talk about this, but like recently, I was on my way home from work, and I'm like, I want to listen to Spaceman by fucking Biff Naked, and I did, and now like a whole bunch of Biff Naked stuff is showing up in my recommended stuff because she's awesome. She could have been like Rhea Ripley from WWE's mom.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like
still
the similar, absolutely. Like the similar look. You know, Rhea Ripley's a little more buff, but Biff Naked in her prime, it wasn't anything. Just like no, she.
Oh no,
hell of an artist. Yeah.
Second song.
My second one is considered the way to find a Canadian when you're overseas. It's Home for a Rest by Spirit of the West. Right? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It's an East Coast song played by a West Coast band about a drinking trip to Europe, to London specifically. So, Disco Weasel in the Twitch chat just asked, any thoughts on the new music producers in WWE? They can all fuck off, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't mean to go into a wrestling rant here, but every new WWE entrance theme is garbage. 100%. Everything is garbage. Like, it's generic. It's all like, to me, it's like, it's almost AI shit. Right?
Yeah.
But it's not good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But, and I was talking about something else, and it is gone now.
Oh, you were talking about Spirit of the West.
Oh, yeah. Great song. No, so like that pops up in my my YouTube algorithm here and there. You know, if I've had a couple beer, I'll watch the video, whatever. I like scrolling through the comments of like, is everybody's memories about it, and then somebody in the comment section was talking about this. Well, the statement was pretty much like, I remember listening to this song at a bar in Saskatoon back in the day, where you had like the dance floor was up on the third floor, and I've been to that bar and I've been on that dance floor, and it's sketchy as fuck, dude. So the bar at the time was called the Hose and Hydrant. We just called it the Hose. And it actually was an old fire department. Like it had it had the pole and everything, but the staircase to go up was like super wide, and like the handrails weren't really good. So the amount of people that have fallen down the stairs with the hose over the years is like
No.
in the hundreds. Yeah. And like I was almost one of them. So anyways, my second song is Home for a Rest. It's a great
Spirit
song.
of the West.
Great song. Spirit of the West.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My song is probably one of those songs that you probably you hear the artist and you hear the title and you go, I don't know that song. But the first 2 seconds of the song, you go, oh, this fucking thing. It's Age of Electric, and the song is called Remote Control. And it is honestly a great song. It's all about one's sort of sanity in a stressful situation, a breakup, and one just trying to make sense of his own world after something traumatic.
It's another great song. I also have a side note about that. Is that Age of Electric started in Lanigan, Saskatchewan, which is like an hour away from where I live.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn.
It was 2 guys from Lanigan, I think 2 brothers from Lanigan, 2 guys from Regina that started it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
and
if they're paying attention to Spotify at all, they're gonna know that we just added their song to our podcast list.
there was another connection there, but I can't. It's gone. Whatever I was thinking was gone. It's all good. This has been episode 74. We're getting up there in numbers, man. Like
Absolutely.
Like it's and it's a treat every time. So, anyways, my name's Daryl.
I'm JD.
This has been episode 74, and I'm trying to think of something funny to say, but it's fucking gone, dude. It's just
Happy Canada Day to you.
Yes. Stay safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, but that leaves a lot for you to do. So
It leaves a you have options.
see you guys out there.
Take care.